Today is Wednesday, May 6th. And today I want to talk about another aspect of Christian community. I'm going to talk about accountability. The 11th chapter of the book of Hebrews talks about men of faith throughout the Bible, from Enoch to Abraham to Moses to David to the prophets. It is devoted to examples of great faith throughout the ages. Then the first verse of chapter 12 sums up what chapter 11 was all about. That verse says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us." We are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. It's not just guys that lived thousands of years ago that we read about in the Bible. Our churches are filled with a great cloud of witnesses. Our church is filled with men and women who desire to seek the Lord and who desire to aid us in seeking the Lord. However, as with everything else, for this resource to be of any use to us, we have to choose to make use of it. So, today I want to talk about the value of an accountability partner. This is something I mentioned last week when I talked about confession and prayer, and it's something I've talked about a few times in my sermons. An accountability partner is someone who helps me run this race with perseverance and whom I help to run this race with perseverance. And so I want to give you the nuts and bolts of an accountability partner. Now, the first step to having an accountability partner is choosing the right person. Ideally, it should be someone in basically the same stage of life that you are. It should be someone you trust wholeheartedly and you more or less enjoy talking to. It should be someone of the same gender as you. I do not recommend that husbands and wives be accountability partners for each other. An accountability partner needs to be disinterested, not uninterested. Uninterested means I just don't care. Disinterested means it's not about me. I care about my accountability partner's spiritual growth because I want that person to grow in God, but I don't have a personal stake in their growth. That's not the kind of relationship a husband and wife should have, so I don't recommend spouses be each other's accountability partner. Once you've found an accountability partner, then set a time to meet each week. You can meet in person or meet over the phone. This could be a 5-minute conversation, or it could be longer depending on what works best for you. But choose a time where you can meet every week. Then both of you should choose one spiritual goal for your life. It could be a sin that you're trying to overcome, or a new habit or quality that you want to develop in your life. And each week, talk about how that is going in your spiritual journey. You can talk about other things, but be sure to mention that topic every week. For instance, if my goal was to gain control of my temper, then in my conversation, I would tell my accountability partner how I've done in controlling my temper. I would describe any instance when I lost control of my temper. I would tell him about any situations that tempted me to lose control of my temper. Then, if by chance my accountability partner had the same topic, then I would listen without any judgment to how he has done in controlling his temper over the past week. You might also consider setting a time for your accountability relationship. That is, you would commit to talking once a week for 6 months. And at the end of that 6 months, reevaluate how this relationship is going and if you want to commit for the next 6 months. The specific topic you talk about might change over time, and how you use your accountability time might evolve, but this is a good place to start for the first several months. Last thing, your conversation with your accountability partner should be absolutely secret. Personally, I tell my wife just about everything that I remember to tell her, but I won't even hint about what I have said with my accountability partner. This is a relationship built on trust. If your accountability partner told you that he was going to harm himself or harm someone else, that would be a time to break the silence. But with that exception, Conversation and an accountability partner should be absolutely secret unless your partner gives you express permission to talk about it. May God be with you, and I'll see you tomorrow.